Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We made it.
We did it.
Everyone's here.
I made it.
Yeah.
Barely.
Against all odds, Chunk is
They
here.
don't know that. They don't know that.
Oh,
I
they
know.
need to know it.
Oh yeah, we'll tell him though.
Public shaming is the way.
Yeah, we'll out him real fast.
Nobody
Can't
said
hear you.
nothing.
And then he tried to make us late because he was thirsty.
Sounds about right.
All capitals thirsty.
That's why I'm early.
Oh.
That wait.
Yep, just like that.
Exactly.
Just like that. Yeah. That's fairly accurate.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to Trashterpiece Theater. Tonight we have for you, we're going to just dive right in, I think, to the first one. Well, we're also going to take Chunk, tell them what's happening.
Okay, hey everybody. We're gonna do some stories for you. We have decided we are no longer gonna tell you how many stories we're doing. Because last week,
Because that's what I almost did.
Yeah, last week we accidentally went over because it's hard to tell how long these stories are sometimes. So it could
we
be
don't
two.
read them.
It could be three. Yeah, we don't read them ahead of time.
Yeah. It could be 6.
It could be 6.
Literally, the amount of research we do is we look to see if the radio play was on YouTube, and then that's the amount of time we think it's going to be.
Yeah, we think it's gonna be. You guys can affect the show in the same old ways as normally. $10, you can add an accent or an impersonation to one of us to have us do it. For $15.
Jess is so excited.
No.
Yay.
I want at one point everyone to try Jessica.
No, now it's going to happen.
People don't know me here.
Yeah.
And just like see what happens.
For $15, you can have us do our lines to it's called a pick a tune. So you can have us do it to a song or to a tune or whatever you want. And for $20, the most value for your money is group accents as a whole.
Oh.
Just give us an accent or impression. We'll do it as a group.
And I like value.
3 pages.
3 pages, yeah. So whoever's on those 3 pages.
Oh my gosh, we already have our first donation. Thank you, Arsenal Roy, for your donation of $20. We do Australia a lot, so for change of pace, let's do some New Zealand.
Oh, what do New Zealand people say?
It's going to sound
Group
just as bad as my
accent.
Australian.
I don't know either one of those.
You
so
come
this
out
is
as a
gonna be
really good
fun.
New Zealander.
Oh, I don't.
New Zealander approved.
That's like the only one I've ever been like so abashedly embarrassed about.
I'm gonna be that guy and say I don't know what the difference is.
Fair. It's
I haven't
do I
studied
say?
them
What
enough.
do I say instead of mate at the end?
You can say mate.
I think it's still say mate.
Say mate. Okay, same as the.
Well, what makes them sound different? I actually want to know.
You elongate your E's with your vowels.
Huh.
So
And Australians don't do that.
Australian is it's more of it's a weird mishmash between like British and American and New Zealand. I only know this because I was studying for an Australian accent and chatted with a friend of mine from Australia, and she's like, "No, but you have a really good Kiwi accent." I'm like, okay, well, my bad.
Yeah, put it in your pocket. Keep it forever.
Well, you get to start then, so I know what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
doesn't
in the
have any
show.
lines.
I'm stage
Well,
manager.
you can read the stage manager Bible over there.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh man, I have to start it.
Yo.
I have no idea what it sounds like.
This will be great then.
And so wait, real quick, for you, Jessica, these accents. Well, no, just because it's your first time.
Because you're new.
Because you're new. Oh,
And
well,
Corey.
you've seen it though, Corey, so you know. It lasts for like 3 pages, and then we move on. We
Got it.
snap back to normal.
Including my character, right? So 3 pages of my character.
Group accents is going to be all of us
Someone
doing
were to pay $10 for the accent.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
And I'll be keeping tabs of everything, so I'll let you know so you don't go over.
Question: does it count if my character isn't on for 3 pages?
Only for individual stuff.
Okay.
So, like, if you're only like 1 line in 1 page, you can kind of maybe make it up later. That's kind of that one will be kind of on you. You kind of figure out about what 3 pages will look like for you.
Great.
But yeah, for a group one, it goes 3 pages, and if you don't talk, you don't talk.
That's great.
Mhm.
No key.
Hey guys, my heart's going like super fast. I feel like
If you got here on time, you would have time to settle.
Long run from one side of the room to the other.
I just feel like my brain's going super fast because I'm like,
Gotta start.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've been there.
We will first start with a Sherlock Holmes tale called Murder in the Casbah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go down the line real quick and say who we're all playing. I'm top left, so I'll just go with that. I'll be Dr. Watson.
What? That's awesome. Hi, I'm Ryan. and I will
Happening
be-
with you. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
And I am Ryan, and I will be playing Sherlock Holmes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got the hat. That's how you know he's real. Where's your pipe?
I don't have a pipe.
Oh,
I got one.
God, he's fake.
Ah!
Who's next?
Me, I'm Corey, and I'm playing Miss Tepfield.
Okay.
Oh, I'm Dino, and I'm playing Colonel de Brisson and Douglas Milton.
Okay. I'm Brian, and I'm playing Rafi, a charming rogue.
Charming. Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Jessica Lynn Verdi, and I'm playing Aisha.
And I'm Chunk. And I'm going to be the announcer, and I'm going to be a guy named Oliver Leeming.
Noise.
Perfect.
And I'm Diva, and I'm just making sure people do stuff.
Proud of you.
Thank you. I needed some validation today.
We love Diva.
He
I
was
like
the
you
cutest
already.
human being in the world.
Yay! Okay.
Yay. We ready?
Ready? Oh, here we go.
Ready.
December 3rd.
Remember, everyone is Kiwi.
New Zealand.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but well, I mean, I know what it means. They're just not going to be able to do it. I'm going to try. I'm going to
Think
try real
like
hard.
the crab from Moana.
Oh.
I mean, this is true.
yeah.
Yeah, Jermaine Clement
Yeah. Fly
or Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
Because I hear Taika talk a lot.
Ah.
Because
Thank
you
you,
know
Dr.
how good
Wolf.
I am at impressions.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to write down that accent, Dyson Wolf, for Ryan once we're done with the Kiwi and make sure that he gets that. Thank you so
Scottish.
much.
Scottish.
Okay, here we go. It's going to be real bad.
Real bad.
Junior.
This episode... No.
Starting off strong.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
This episode from the life of Sherlock Holmes, mate, will be transmitted in our...
Make it stop.
Don't worry, only 3 more pages. Only
This is
three-
what you signed up for.
only 3 or 4 large bodies of dialogue.
Nailed it.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
will be transmitted to our men and women, mate, overseas by a shortwave and through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Service, mate. The tree one brings you. Dun 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 dun. Bathroom Rathbone and Nigel Bruce and the new adventures of Sherlock Holmes, mate. The Petrie family, the family that took time to bring you good wine.
Oh, how nice of
Mate,
him.
mate, invites you to listen. Dr. Watson, tell us another exciting adventure to be shared with his old friend, his master detective, mate, Sherlock Holmes, mate. And as for me, well, I like to tell you that a time like right now is the perfect time for a glass of Petrie California port, mate. After you've had a good dinner, boy, Petrie is a real topper. That rich, deep. God, you guys, the ADHD is real bad right now. Deep red Petrie port is really an extraordinary wine, mate. Even its color is different, and as far as flavor, mate, well, It'll take a better man than me to describe that, mate. Petrie port is a hearty wine for sure, and every other quality that you look for in a good port, mate. You'll find the Petrie port and then some. Try Petrie port by itself or serve it with fruit and nuts or with a cake, mate. But share it with your friends while you mate. because you can serve it proudly. Yea? After all, and that name is Petrie, the proudest name in American history, in the history of American wines. Mate. Now let's visit our old friend and host, Dr. Watson, mate.
Oh, shit. Good evening, Mr. Bartell.
Good evening, Doctor.
Settle yourself down and get your pipe going. And mine's also really bad, by the way.
It's a lot better.
No one asked your opinion, Dino. Thanks, Doctor. Last week you told us that tonight's story took place in Casbah at Algiers, mate.
Yes, the Casbah. I remember it as a place of countless streets winding up and down past colorful cafes where 100 tongues were spoken, and often a street would end in a shadowy darkness with which a man could be foolhardy to enter alone. Yes, Mr. Bartell, that was the Casbah that Sherlock Holmes and I knew in the winter of '99.
Well, how did you happen to be out there, Doctor?
Do you mind if I tell you the story from the start, Mr. Bartell? It really began on a wintry night in Baker Street at the conclusion of the strange murder in Montrevel Castle. A charming young girl sat on the sofa of our lodgings in Baker Street and talked to us.
Transitional pause.
Oh, thank you so much, Dyson Wolf, again for a donation of $10. Once we are done with these 3 pages, Cucumber is
Jamaican.
Nah.
Different choice?
Different.
Let's
New
try
choice.
to do ones that we can.
Accurately.
Not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not be offensive.
We would like to be
Yeah.
respectful.
Yes.
But
Pick
thank
a new one, Dice Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw another one. Throw something. What's something super obscure?
Let him think about it.
Oh, yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. There's a devil face there. I know he's thinking of something wicked.
Uh-oh.
There is. It's like rare.
It's like rare.
It's like rare.
Oh, let's continue though. We still have pages.
Let's do
We've
that.
still got QE for paid.
Yeah.
Italian.
Italian.
I
Okay.
apologize in advance, Dino. I shall do it.
Mine was terrible, too. It's fine.
Okay, so Kiwi. But Mr. Holmes, you can't say you'll have nothing more to do with the Montrevers.
Mr. Holmes, paging Mr. Holmes.
Shut up. My dear Miss Tetfield, I find the true murder of the Dogwire Countess
kind
has
of
committed
Southern
suicide.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
At this rate, we're not even going to finish one story.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Jessica.
Fully, the case is ended.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, you found the real murderer, but now I want you to find the unfortunate young man who fled England 5 years ago when he was suspected of the crime. Mate.
This is a new development, Miss Tetfield. Please tell us about it.
It's Douglas Milton, and I'm talking about.
Yes. He was the heir to the title, wasn't he?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. He was a sensitive, autistic boy, and when he knew that he was under suspicion, he ran away. Of course, everyone regarded his flight as an admission of guilt. That is, until you found the real culprit, Mr. Holmes.
I imagine, Miss Tetfield, that your interest in the missing boy is not entirely, shall we say, altruistic.
I'm in love with him, Dr. Watson.
Oh.
We were engaged to be married when he ran away. Mr. Holmes, you've got to find him. He must know that his name has been cleared and that he's inherited the title.
Miss Tetfield, have you news? Oh, God. Have you any direct news, any letter from your fiancé since he left 5 years ago?
None.
Any clues as his hiding place?
Only this.
Zip.
Rip, flop.
Splash.
It's a painting I received anonymously a year after he left.
Oh.
It was sent from a forwarding address in London. Here it is, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you.
Oh, a small oil painting. Very good one, too, I'd say.
Yes. It's a splendid sense of composition and use of color is unusually brilliant. Do you recognize this painting as a work of your fiancée, Miss Tetfield?
I'm certain of it.
Yes, wonderful use of color. Observe the delicate shading of the sunset and the brilliant greens of the oasis. This scene is extraordinarily reminiscent of the desert in North Africa.
Yes, that's what made me say I was certain he'd gone abroad, Mr. Holmes.
But why should he go to North Africa?
A good place, Watson, for an Englishman who imagines himself to be escaping justice. Remember, the Foreign Legion is stationed there.
And now, Ryan, you're Scottish. Cucumber, you're Italian. Have fun.
Okay.
You think he might have joined the Legion, Mr. Holmes?
It would seem logical. No questions are asked of those who join, and it would be a colourful, obscure might easily appeal to a young fellow in trouble.
Scottish.
Hello?
What is it, Holmes? Nope.
Nope.
Oh shit.
Oh, we have a. Oh my
Italian.
goodness, Arsenal! Thank you so much. There's another group donation. $30. I believe that is. Oh, you have an omission as well. So, a group accent as requested. Everyone is Jessica except Jessica, who is Chunk. So do that now, and then I will roll with these Scottish and Italian once this is done. Sound good, everyone? We'll roll into the 30.
So we're on pause, and now we're all
Pause
Jess.
for that, so we all have the group.
Sounds like a plan.
And then Jess, you're a Chunk.
Oh, Jeff, I don't know how.
Hey,
I'm
Jess,
gonna
can
do
you say
Jessica.
like a sentence of anything for us to like get a sample in our brains?
I'm Chunk.
No,
No, of you.
Of you.
that's good though. I thought that was Chunk talking for a second.
Hi, my name is Jessica, and I have 3 cats.
Perfect.
Okay.
Got it. I wasn't that far off last week.
Oh my gosh, there's another. Okay, and
Jesus.
then once all this is going on, don't worry, I got you guys. I'll let you know. We're gonna have Jessica. You're gonna have the accent of a toad.
It's Toad from.
Oh, Toad!
Yeah.
Oh, of Toad. Okay, not a toad, but Toad the proper.
The Toad.
The
Yeah.
Toad.
Yeah, toads don't talk.
Yeah, that's. It says Toad. It doesn't say a toad.
You know what? You leave me alone. Okay, you're all Jess now, except Jess, you're Chunk.
But I'm okay.
All right.
Can we wait till I actually have lines, because I won't have lines for the next 3 pages.
Yeah, we'll come back to yours.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all
Yep, you're
Jessica.
up, Holmes, and you're Jessica.
Oh no!
We're so sorry.
That's the first time you ever said sorry to me, Cucumber.
Yeah, okay, we'll work it out in therapy. Calm down.
Gosh, so sorry.
It's weird when they're here, isn't
It's
it?
gonna be a whole round of that.
Nobody apologized to me when you guys did my voice.
Yeah, because we don't like you.
You guys, do it. I can handle it.
All right.
It seemed logical. No questions are asked of those who join, and its colorful obscurity might easily appeal to a young fellow in trouble. Hello.
What is it, Holmes?
There are quite a few grains of sand in between the canvas and the frame here. Miss Tetfield, do you mind if I pry the canvas loose?
Do anything you like, Mr. Holmes, if it gives you any clue to Douglas's whereabouts.
Give me that penknife, will you, Watson?
Kitty! Here you are.
Thanks, old chap.
I don't know. That's a weird noise.
Wait a minute. Here we are.
Can you see anything?
Look, the words sheriff and El Afron are stamped here. Sheriff is probably the framer's name, and El Afron is a town some 50 miles from Algiers. That settles it, Miss Tetfield. I accept your case. And Watson, I will go to Africa and try to find your fiance, Douglas Milton.
Monsieur Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, I have heard of you so often, but I never thought I would see you. Hey, I'm busy right now. I know you're hungry. I'll feed you later.
We also have another donation after this one, just so we know.
Jesus.
Everyone with like a very nice accent, like maybe Starheart from the End Game.
What's that?
Starheart is Diva's character on D&D.
But Endgame?
But Endgame? So give us a clarification.
I guess Starheart's days are numbered.
From the D&D game, he said.
D&D.
Autocorrect is dumb. Okay, so keep going, everyone. We have a whole smorgasbord.
Yep.
And then we've also just hit singing.
The first song,
Jesus.
yeah.
After the group accent, or are we doing it now?
I think every time we say something like that, Jess's face falls a little bit more because we did not fully explain the situation to her.
Nothing was clarified to me.
Surprise!
Wait, you want to do this fun thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. What are you talking about?
So
I'm having fun.
You haven't said anything.
An impression while you're singing?
No.
No. We tried that once, but it felt too
Didn't work.
mushy.
so let's continue. I'm so sorry, Jessica. Let's continue with the rest of the Jessica accent, and then we'll go into the others because we have many groups and many individuals.
Sounds like a good time.
I have heard of you so
sorry,
often,
Jessica.
but I never thought I should see you here at the headquarters of the Foreign Legion. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
Well, Colonel de Brisson, I'm trying. Oh, that's his name. Got it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's me.
well, Colonel de Brisson, I'm trying to trace an Englishman who has been missing during the past 4 years. I've reason to believe that he might have joined the Legion.
I should look at my records.
Buzz of legionnaires. Walks to the records, pulls them from the shelf, and leaves.
Let me
through.
see. 4 years ago would be 1895. If Sherlock Holmes is tracking him, then I suppose he was in trouble in his own country. I've never met Jessica before today, and I've never heard her talk until today, so I'm just letting you all know.
Looking in a mirror.
Wonderful. The beard helps.
Oh, you
right?
look like her too. That's great.
If he was in trouble, he might easily have come to us. We ask no questions. 97, 96. Cat, stop it. Sorry. 95. In that year, 3 young Englishmen joined us. One of them died of dysentery 2 years ago in Sidi Rashed. Anyways, one of them deserted 18 months ago, and we have been unable to trace them. The third is my adjutant, who brought you into my office just now.
And he is, I would say, about 3 inches shorter than Douglas Milton. And men do not shrink in the Foreign Legion, eh, Colonel?
They do not, Monsieur Holmes.
Then the fellow who deserted must be our man. Stay away from the door, Kitty.
Unless it's the one who died of dysentery, Colonel de Brisson. How would you advise us to set about trying to find a deserter?
Monsieur Holmes, there's only one place in Algeria where a man can hide from the Foreign Legion and remain hidden, like my cats under the bed, all night long. I can never get them out.
Oh, and what's that place?
I just said it. Oh, the Casbah in Algiers.
That's our destination, Watson.
Be very careful, please, gentlemen. The Casbah is a place where the law is exiled and cats aren't allowed. The police have no jurisdiction there. The only rule is that of strength, violence, and trickery.
Well, we're going to be pretty cautious, I assure you. Goodbye, Colonel de Brisson, and thank you for your help.
I'm drunk.
I must say that I think Colonel de Brisson rather exaggerated the dangers of the Casbah. I suppose you're going to tell me that this cafe is the headquarters for a dope smuggling ring or white slaving or something?
Its ramifications are even more extensive than those you've mentioned.
You're joking! Holmes.
I assure you, I'm not, old fellow.
What?
My old friend Dumel is chief of police in Algiers. When I told him our mission, he advised me to come here. A 500 franc note and the proprietor can obtain any and all information regarding the underworld. For as little as 200 francs, he can arrange a murder. So that gives you some idea of the relative values in the Casbah.
Good Lord, then you've already spoken to the proprietor?
Oh, yeah. Yes, a charming scoundrelly fellow by the name of Rafi. I gave him 500 francs and asked him to set his underworld grapevine in motion to see whether an Englishman's living in hiding here in the Casbah can be found.
And that is... Well, what I would like to do to make sure that we get all these other accents in is let's have Ryan and Cucumber go through their Scottish and Italian.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Jess, whenever you come in, if you're in the next couple of pages, you'll be Chunk.
Great. Great job, everybody.
Thanks.
Thank
All
you,
right,
thank you.
fam.
Thank you. I feel like I really captured your essence.
My
Yeah,
essence is
Yeah, me too. Thank you for that. I worked really hard on that accent. Watson.
What? Where? Oh, hey.
In the script, probably.
Hey.
And I thought we'd come here for a nice meal.
Here comes Rafi now.
Scottish.
I'm trying. Yep. There's Scarlet.
Yep.
If you can do Irish, just do that one. This is basically the thing.
No, it's not. You bastard. Let's hope he has news for us. Here we are, Rafi. Come sit down, won't you?
Rafi works fast, does he not, Mr. Holmes? Your friend is...
Keep losing it.
Just do Sean Connery.
That's who I'm trying to do.
I'm Connery.
You're doing. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You're great.
I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne.
Yes.
Yeah.
My friend knows what's working with me. What have you found out?
A drink first. The tongue of Rafi is parched. Would you have me die of thirst before I give you my news? Vermouth! Cassis! Vermouth!
Oui, Monsieur Rafi.
You have news of me then?
But yes.
Good. What is it?
First, you will pay me more money, no?
But I gave you 500 francs. You said you should do the job for that.
Can I help it if some tongues are more costly to make wag than others? It took 500 to get the wag. Am I to have nothing for my own trouble?
Votre vermouth cassis, Monsieur Rafi?
Good, good. The gentleman will pay for it.
Yes, of course. Ding, ding, ding. There you are.
Merci, Monsieur. Monsieur.
I will drink to your health, gentlemen, both of you. You would pay me more money, no?
But my friend's already given you 500. You should stick to your bargain, my good fellow.
My information is a bargain at 750 francs. It would be a bargain at 1,000, but Rafi will let you have it for 750 because he likes you.
Aha, I see.
You will give it to me, no?
And if I refuse?
Then you get no information. And perhaps I spread the news in the Casbah that makes it uncomfortable for you gentlemen to be there.
Great Scott, this is blackmail.
So I get the money, no?
You're a scoundrel, Rafi.
Of course I'm a scoundrel.
Here's your money. The information?
There is an Englishman hiding here in the Casbah. I do not know his name, but he is tall and fair-haired. I cannot tell you where he lives, but if you go to the Cafe of 1,000 Sighs, you will find a girl who sings there. A girl who sings like a nightingale. Her name is Aisha, and she can lead you to your Englishman.
A girl named Aisha in the Cafe of 1,000 Sighs.
That's right, Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you, Dyson Wolf, for your donation of $10. Brian, let's go Southern.
All right. That's right. I would suggest that you go there in disguise. Two well-dressed Englishmen might find themselves in trouble. For a small fee, say 200 francs, I'll escort you there myself.
Thank you, yes. I think I can manage on my own sales, Ruffy.
If your business is concluded quickly and time weighs heavy in your hands, Raffy can take you some places of rare interest. Dancing girls that wither one's eyeballs with their beauty for 500 francs, gentlemen.
Thank you, Ruffy. Thank you. I have a feeling that time will not weigh heavily on our hands. Good night.
You work too hard, gentlemen. You should learn how to play. Good night.
Upon my soul, I think that the fellow is the biggest blackguard I've ever met.
I quite agree. Yes, old chap, but he is amusing.
By the way, Holmes, no, French? Hold on. By the way, Holmes, buonasera. Don't you think that when this is the case is finished, we might have time on our hands?
You're still French.
I know. I can never do it when I wanna.
One more page, Ryan and Cucumber.
Ooh. Oh, Watson, you're incorrigible. But I think... Watson?
What is it?
Look at that man sitting in the corner by himself.
He's shitting.
That's what I do. Corner by myself.
By Jove, yes. His face seems...
Who just farted?
He's shitting in the corner.
He seems familiar. We've seen him before somewhere.
Ah, of course we have. His name is Oliver Lemming. We met him at the inquest of the Montreville case.
So we did. Now, what on earth do you suppose he's doing here in the Casbah?
Not on a holiday, that's for sure. Mr. Oliver Lemming, if you recall, is a cousin of Douglas Milton, the man we're searching for. If Milton were ever declared legally dead, Mr. Lemming over there would inherit the title.
It looks to me as if we're not the only people in the Casbah who are searching for the missing heir.
True, old fellow. Come on, let's go and talk to the gentleman. Mr. Oliver Lemming, how very odd to meet you here.
Is that Chuck?
Yeah, it's me. I'm looking for my spot. Well, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. Why don't you sit down?
Thank you.
Okay, and now we just have Brian Southern for 2 more pages, but I don't think you're here. So everyone, we are going to sing for the 3 pages and go.
Yay.
Yay.
World
luck,
is a
Jess.
small place, isn't it? Or has somebody said that before? I wonder if you'd spot me over there in the corner.
Oh, you saw us then.
Yeah, of course. But you seem to be in such a deep conversation with that scoundrel Raffy. I don't like to disturb you.
Ha ha ha, very considerate of you, I'm sure. Why are you here, Mr. Lemming?
Oh, I'm making a business trip. This is my day off.
As I recall it, you're in a publishing business.
Correct. What a memory you have, Mr. Holmes.
It seems peculiar that you should be on a business trip here. Are you planning on opening a publishing house in Algiers? Or are you searching the Casbah for a new author?
Why not? I'm a great believer in encouraging new talent.
Mr. Lemming, why don't you admit it that you're here to express purpose of trying to find your cousin Douglas Milton?
Mr. Holmes, you discovered my secret. The great Sherlock Holmes and his watchdog have their eyes on me. They know that I succeed to the title if Douglas Milton dies.
Yes, Mr. Lemming, we know that fact.
And you have fathomed my plan to find Douglas before you and kill him so that I may inherit his title. How lucky I am to meet you in the Casbah where you cannot arrest me. Well, it's a race against time, gentlemen, but I have a head start as you will soon find out. Goodbye, and the best of luck to you.
What an extraordinary fellow. He's joking, of course.
I believe not, Watson. I think he labors under the whimsical belief that the best method of discounting the truth is to state it boldly so that it will not be believed.
Great Scott, then we must work fast.
Yes, old chap, we must. I am sure that we're entrants in a race against death. We must get back to the hotel and into our disguises as quickly as possible. After that, we shall visit a young lady named Aisha in the Cafe of 1,000 Sighs. And I am certain, Watson, that it will be the first time two men have ever entered the Casbah in the express purpose to prevent a murder.
Announcer? Announcer.
I lost my voice. Oh, there it is. We hear the rest of Dr. Watson's story in just about another second, which gives me time to remind you that if you like the flavor of big, plump, juicy muscat grapes, you love the flavor of Petri California Moscatel. What a wine, Petri Moscatel. It is the perfect after-dinner wine. It looks so good, smells better than it looks. And then it comes to the taste department. Well, you've never tasted anything like it for real good wine. Remember first, Petri, then Muscatel. Petri, then Muscatel. Well, doctor, I can't hardly wait to hear what happened next. And you and Sherlock Holmes went back to the hotel, I suppose.
Yes, Mr. Bartell. Holmes quickly adopted the disguise of an Arab guide while I assumed the role of a tourist. And we started on our search outside of the Cafe of 1,000 Sighs. We met with a rude shock. Good Lord, it's the fellow we met in the cafe.
Yes, Oliver Lemming, with a knife between his shoulders.
Jesus, they're
He's dead, Holmes. Shouldn't we get in touch with the police?
What can they do? Remember, there's no law in the Casbah. In any case, this man is beyond our help. Our job is to protect the living. Come on, old fellow, let's go to the Cafe of 1,000 Sighs and find this girl, Aisha. The girl, Rafi says, sings like a nightingale.
in French.
Pause. Maiden, piano accompany singer.
There's comment qui chantait. J'ai la belle ma petite bourgeoisie. Manton kiki, manton quinois. Y'en a d'autres qui m'y font les doux aïeux. Ah, c'est elle qui jamais l'amour.
Better singing than Chuck, so it's not bad.
Ow! Oh, so that's the girl Aisha. She's very beautiful.
Don't forget our role of tourist and guide, old chap. Master, would you wish to meet this Aisha?
Oh, very much indeed.
Ow!
I will see if I can be arranged, master. Wait here, Watson. I'll see what I can do.
Right you are, Holmes. Be careful now.
Mademoiselle Aisha.
What do you want? Greasy one?
And now we are done singing. Brian, you're still Southern for 2 more pages. Jess, you are Chunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, we're currently, so we have Jess, 2 accents. I should be just chatting in the chat. Have fun, y'all. I will chat in the chat.
Okay.
Cool. I don't have an accent, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Except you do, because it's in the script.
I don't know if I want to do that accent.
Yeah,
though.
how about, we just, yoink. Nope.
Nope.
I was looking forward to it.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's an Englishman at the table over here. He wishes to talk to Aisha.
Which one is he?
The man who sits at the table in the corner. He is very rich, Aisha, and he admires you a great deal. He told me to give you this 500 franc note.
Oh, very well. You may bring him to my rooms. The door is at the top of the stairway to the right.
Wow.
Get to the chopper.
Good, Aisha. I fetch him.
I shall be waiting. Is this appropriation and not good?
A little bit, but it's okay. They paid for it.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead.
Aisha will see you, master. Follow me, please.
Very well. I hope you know how you're going to handle this, Holmes.
Don't worry, Watson. In this case, I think honestly, I think honesty will be the best policy.
Well, I'm not so sure. This place is a thieves' kitchen, if ever I saw one. You'd better be careful.
First door on the right at the top of the stairs. This is it.
Okay, and Ryan, you're Welsh.
Is that just Sean Connery again?
No.
Sean Connery is Scottish. You did Grinch, so what does it matter?
So just do whatever Welsh means to you.
Amy Pond, she's from Wales.
And isn't Christian Bale Welsh?
Christian Bale is.
Right.
He speaks with his own accent.
Right, alright. Okay.
It's a. I can't do Welsh.
It's alright.
It's all like blum blum blum.
Gwen from
blum, blum, blum.
Torchwood is another example people are giving.
Welsh
Right.
accent is British but wrong. Rob Vegas says.
British but wrong. Alright.
Oh.
Okay.
Come in.
So he knocked.
Oh, come and sit over here, Mr. Englishman. Greasy one, you may leave us.
Right, mademoiselle, I may as well tell you at once that I'm not an Arab guide. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
What do you want with me? Why you trick your way in here?
Don't be frightened, mademoiselle. I can explain our mission in a very few words. My friend and I have come in search of an Englishman by the name of Douglas Milton. We have good news for him.
What make you think I might not know of him?
A gentleman by the name of Ruffy suggested that you might.
What is your good news for this Englishman?
That he has been cleared of all suspicions of murder and that he is the rightful heir of Montrevor.
I just want you to know, Ryan, that someone said, "Holy shit, that Welsh is excellent." So.
With a bunch of laughter afterwards, by the way.
And in quotes.
Like surprised, like, "Oh my gosh, it's so good."
No.
That's my interpretation. Okay, keep going.
You're an angel, Diva.
Yeah, like, the filter diva is wonderful. It's perfect.
Angel. I need you to look at me in the mirror and go, "You got this" every morning.
Oh gosh, I try to do that to myself, and then I'm like, "No, you're a bitch."
Oh my god!
It's like when you try to psych yourself up, and you're like.
That's why we need other people to do it.
But I can do it for you. I'll be your mirror.
I'll do it for you.
Okay, cool.
That means when he does this, he will leave the Casbah and return to his country.
Naturally, my dear.
I do not know this man. I have never heard of him. Here's your 500 francs. Goodbye.
Not so fast, Aisha, ma petite chou. I don't know how to say that word. I've been listening from behind these curtains. Gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Douglas Milton.
Douglas Milton. We found you at last.
It gives me infinite pleasure to have succeeded in my mission. How do you do, sir?
This is very exciting.
It is indeed.
Yes, I think the occasion calls for a drink. What'll it be, gentlemen?
Oh, I think a glass of port would be very nice, sir.
Yeah. Be most appropriate for toasting for a new Earl of Montreville.
Splendid, splendid. Aisha, bring glasses and a bottle of port, and some creme de menthe for me.
You are not going to England. I will never let you leave me.
You really should look at that voice. Get yourself some tea. Stop being so melodramatic, though, Aisha. Bring 2 bottles and some glasses.
Very well. I am sorry.
Mr. Holmes, I can't tell you how I appreciate your trouble in coming all this way to find me, but, well, I must tell you at once, there's one problem that makes it difficult for me to leave this country. You see, I deserted from the Foreign Legion.
Yes. We know that, my boy. In fact, that's how we first got onto your trail.
Shouldn't let that fact worry you, Mr. Milton. I'm certain that the British consulate in Algiers can arrange to have any charges dropped against a peer of the realm.
And pause really quick. Jessica, you are now Toad, and Eloy, I hope I said your name correctly. Anywho, thank you for the donation of $10. Cucumber, can you do an Elvis accent like King of Rock and Roll? If not, how about a very funny Russian one?
I shall try for Elvis, and I've got a backup. Thank you.
Excuse me. Where are we at right now?
We are at...
Oh, well, I never thought of that.
Here are the bottles.
Tea, honey, tea. Anyways, you must excuse the glasses, gentlemen. Tumblers are hardly correct, I suppose, but, well, they won't spoil the flavor, I'm sure. 2 glasses of port and a creme de menthe for me. Only 3 glasses, Aisha? Bring yourself a glass.
Oh, I do not wish to drink.
You probably shouldn't, but I insist you do. Bring a glass, Aisha.
Why should I drink if you are leaving me? Oh.
Mr. Milton, do you know Oliver Lemming?
Huh? Oh, of course. He's my cousin, yes. He came here half an hour ago and threatened me.
Oh. Did you know that he's lying dead in the street? Murdered?
Well, yes. Yes, I did. If we weren't in the Casbah, I wouldn't tell you this, but Aisha stabbed him. She followed him when he left here, killed him, and then slipped back just in time to sing a song a few moments ago. Oh, you needn't look so shocked, Dr. Watson. Life is cheap in the Casbah, and Aisha's a girl of violent passions. Come on, let's drink.
A toast to the Earl of Montreville.
Drink.
Oh, excuse me, sir. You took the wrong glass. You're drinking my port.
Oh, silly mistake. I can't bear port. Very un-English of me, I'm afraid. But, well, after all these years, I don't feel particularly English. In fact, I'll probably find it hard to adjust myself to the old life when I go back. Or perhaps, should I say, if I go back.
Well, since you feel that way about it, Mr. Milton, why go? You can claim the title and revenues of the estate without leaving Algeria. You could stay here and live out on your income.
I didn't realize that would be possible. Are you sure I could do that?
Yes, I'm quite certain of it. But if you doubt my word, I suggest we all adjourn to the British consulate in Algiers. They can put the straight on the matter.
That's a good idea. Let's go over there at once.
And now I've been listening to you, my friend. You're planning on leaving me. Once you got from the Casbah, I should never see you again.
Aisha, dear, please. Something for your throat and put that knife down before you hurt somebody.
I let you go. You belong to me. If you try to leave me now, I will kill you.
Put down that knife, Aisha. You've done enough damage for one night.
Fuck you.
Put it down, you fool. Put it down.
Let me go. Let me go.
Oh, she twisted the knife on herself as she fell.
Oh, Holmes, help me turn her over. Oh. She's dead, Mr. Milton.
Oh, Aisha.
It's a bloody path that leads to the Montrevor title, sir. I suggest that we see that poor girl's body and taken care of, and then go to the British consulate without any further delay.
Bridge.
Bridge. Now that we're at the consulate, Mr. Milton, I suggest that you swear on oath that you are Douglas Milton, heir to the Montrevor estate. This gentleman is a commissioner of oaths. Then we can go in and see the consul.
Very well.
And that's a wrap on Welsh.
Now raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby solemnly swear that I am Douglas Milton, the missing heir to the Montrevor estate.
I hereby swear that I am Douglas Milton, missing heir to the Montrevor estate.
Thank you, sir. And now, if you'll sign the statement here, these gentlemen can witness it.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
Something's wrong with my pencil.
Helicopter.
There you are.
Thank you, sir. And now, if you gentlemen will sign.
Yes, certainly.
Scribble, 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 scribble.
And because we don't have anyone coming up for a minute, we're going to do the group accent of Starheart from Stalin's Legacy.
All right,
Can you do a bit of it real quick?
Give us a little sample.
Yeah, what's the next line?
Thank you, gentlemen. The document is now legal.
Thank you, gentlemen. The document is now legal. Splendid. So let's go over and see the consul. And not yet, my friend. Watson, this man is not Douglas Milton. And that's about Starheart. She's just kind of, and if you need any help, then just, kick a couple back and then just kind of slur some stuff and she can be a little have a couple of those.
Thank you, gentlemen. The document is now legal.
Uh-oh.
Splendid. I can't get that high right now. Splendid. Let's go over and see the consul.
Not yet, my friend Watson. This man is not Douglas Milton.
It's accurate. Shh.
I lost it already. What the devil are you talking about?
There is no law in the Casbah, sir, so you cannot be punished for the 2 murders you committed there. But now that your avarice has tempted you here to Algiers, well, you've been foolish enough to sign this false statement. I think we can at least settle you very nicely for desertion, false impersonation, forgery, and perjury.
Holmes, what do you mean?
The story should be obvious, old fellow. Oliver Lemming did track down the deserter. Recognition was uncertain after so many years, but at least it gave this gentleman the idea of impersonating the real Douglas Milton, a friend of his.
You have a lively imagination, Mr. Holmes.
The real Douglas Milton died of dysentery 2 years ago in Sidi Rached. As soon as the idea of impersonating Milton was born, lemmings had to die.
Your theories are very interesting, but you haven't had a shred of proof. I say that I'm Douglas Milton. How are you going to prove otherwise?
Very simply, my dear sir, Douglas Milton was a painter who exceeded in use of vivid colors. You, sir, suffer from the quite common malady of red-green color blindness. Less than an hour ago, you mistook a glass of port, which is red, for a glass of creme de menthe, which is green. I knew at once you were an imposter.
You're clever than I thought you were, Holmes. Goodbye.
Here, come back.
No, Watson, don't go after him.
But we can't let him escape, Holmes.
Don't worry, old chap. We won't escape. I sent a message to Colonel de Brisson. If you go in the window, I think you'll find that the consulate is being watched. The Legion has a long memory of desertion. I don't think he'll get very far.
They got him, Holmes. Shot him as he was trying to run away.
Just death for him. He lived a life of violence and treachery, Watson. It's only fitting that he should die in the same manner.
Last page of Starheart.
Oh, it's me.
Doctor, well, that was a swell story, but you know something? I wish you hadn't disillusioned me about the Casbah.
Disillusioned you? Why? What do you mean?
Well, before you heard the story, whenever somebody mentioned the Casbah, I always visualize fairy glamorous romantic sort of place full of beautiful women. Every one of them a ringer for Hedy Lamarr.
No.
Yep. And I could see myself, handsome, dashing, going up to those beautiful girls in the whispers of my French accent. Oh, well, darling, you are sensational. Would you lovely gorgeous tell me, have you ever tried pitcher wine? It's wonderful. Well, you must admit it, doctor. That's the truth. It's wonderful wine. I certainly ought to be.
Audrey, is that you?
You're incorrigible.
After all, winemaking has been the business of the Pedro family ever since you way back in the 1800s. For generations, the Petrie family has handed down from father to son, the fine art of turning luscious sun-ripe grapes into fragrant dishes, the luscious wine. And don't forget, because we're making Petrie wine, it is a family affair. The letters P, E, T, R, I on the bottle of the wine are the personal assurance of the Petrie family, and everybody that drops the wine in that bottle is good wine. So no matter what type of wine you prefer for any occasion, remember you can't go wrong with a Petrie wine because Petrie took time to bring you good wine. Well, doctor, I suppose you're to tell us about next week's story.
Yes, and as soon as I want you to meet a friend of mine.
And that's a wrap on Starheart.
Oh, dang it.
Can I just finish off the story with it?
Yeah.
Sure, and I just want to thank Eloy for the donation of $10. Chunk, when we continue, you are going to be Cookie Monster. And we'll go over the extras we all still have.
A friend?
Yes, but sorry, we're doing. Yes, but Mr. Bartell, next week I'm going to tell you an adventure in which, for once, Holmes came off second best. An exciting story of high society and romance. I call it A Scandal in Bohemia.
Tonight, Sherlock Holmes' adventure was written by Dennis Crane and Anthony Boucher and was suggested by an incident in the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle story, The Crooked Man. Music by Dean Fosler. Mr. Rathman appears through courtesy of Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, and Mr. Bruce through the courtesy of Universal Pictures, where they are now starring in Sherlock Holmes series. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
Boom, bam, boom.
No. Jess gave up. She's done.
I appreciate that you guys were being Starheart talking about wine.
Right.
That made me happy.
It was very on brand for that section.
It totally was. So on the Rocket Docket, we have Brian still has 2 pages of a Southern accent, Cucumber 2 pages of Elvis, Chunk 3 pages of the Cookie Monster.
Right.
It's messed up.
Yeah.
So, shall we continue?
Yes.
Sure.
Next
Right.
story.
He themes for it.
Casey, crime photographer. After Turkey, the bill.
The bill.
I think
should we
after
also
Turkey
say
means
who
it
we-
was the story after Thanksgiving. It was aired on Thanksgiving, 1947.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Well, gobble, gobble. Let's do it.
And Cucumber, who are you playing?
I shall be Joe Bowers.
And I will be playing Gus and Jones.
And I'm going to be playing Ethelbert and the Sergeant.
I'm playing Lottie. Oh, it's not my turn, but too bad.
That's okay.
Lottie, Ann Williams, and somebody else, I think.
I'm going to be Casey, the crime photographer.
Oh, and I'm Newcomb. Lottie's father.
Brian, you talking, bud?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We can't hear you.
Oh, no. Ah, shit.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Yes, there you are.
Hit mute on the microphone button there. Okay, now I'm gonna play announcer, Walter, and Ferd.
Bird. Joe's cousin.
Oh, I'm
Joe's
playing
cousin.
Harry Marble also.
Good night, ready to nap.
Oh, I get why you whistled. Sorry, that took me a minute.
You don't know why I
All right.
whistled.
Boop, boop.
Are we ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Mm-hmm. The Anchor Hawk and Glass Corporation brings you Crime Photographer.
Zip-a-ba-dooba-zip-a-ba.
Do you think they'll ever put my statue in the Hall of Fame?
What you famous for, Ethelbert?
For 27 straight years, I always got the same part of the turkey. That's some kind of record, ain't it?
Well, because you consistently get it in the neck, that might make you notorious, but not really famous.
No, Ethelbert. You know you have something real big. You know, something real important to deserve a famous name.
Like what?
Well, like Anchor Hawkin, the most famous name in glass.
Big Tug?
Applause. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Marvin. Every week at this time, the Anchor Hawk and Glass Corporation of Lancaster, Ohio, and its more than 10,000 employees bring you another great adventure of Casey, crime photographer, ace cameraman, who covers the crime news of a great city. Written by Alonzo Dean Cole. Our adventure for tonight,
Da-da-da-da.
After Turkey, the bill. 7 o'clock in the evening, a medium-priced uptown restaurant known as Petrakis Olympian. A table for two, a flashily dressed young man pushes aside his empty plate and says to the pretty girl sits opposite,
Oh, hey, that turkey wasn't half bad.
Well, you didn't eat much of it.
Neither did you. Shall I order dessert now?
Uh-huh.
Hey, waiter. Gus,
Okay, kid. What do you want now, Joe?
we're ready for the plum pudding now.
2 plum puddings.
That's what you want too, isn't it, Lottie?
Yes, and coffee.
Same here.
Okay, kid.
I don't know why you won't let me do anything for you in a classy way, Lottie. I ask you out for a Thanksgiving spread, and you make me bring you to a cheap place like this.
Joe, you can't afford to throw your money away.
How do you know what I can afford? I may be as good a job as my cousin Ferd yet, but that doesn't mean
What's Ferd got to do with it?
He's got plenty to do with it. If he doesn't have to work today, you'd be out with him now instead of me. I know.
Ferd isn't working tonight, Joe. He came home before we left there. I could have had dinner with him if I wanted.
Yeah.
Don't be like that, please.
Why shouldn't I be? While I was away, you and him became awful good friends.
We were always good friends, the three of us. We grew up on the same block.
Yeah, but while I was away, he moved into your old man's rooming house so he could be closer friends.
Oh, don't start that again tonight. We're out for a pleasant evening, and it has been pleasant so far. Please, Joe.
All right. Here comes our dessert.
2 plum puddings. And coffee.
He had to go back and get it.
You know, when you go out with me, Lottie, you're gonna get class whether you think I can afford it or not. I'm gonna take you to Dance Land. I'm gonna buy you a whole roll of tickets. Best you get out of that tightwad Ferd is a soda and a movie.
Oh, and one moment. Thank you, Captain Aura Stone, for your donation of $20. We're going to have a group accent like you're on the verge of vomiting.
Corey's real excited about it.
Let's continue this last page of Cucumber for Elvis, and then we will do the group accent. Chunk, you still have Cookie Monster.
I thought I was out of Elvis.
You done?
Oh, you are out of Elvis now. Have fun puking.
Yes, man.
Whatever you say.
Gosh, this is gonna.
I'm gonna take you out to Dance Land. I'm gonna buy you a whole. I'm gonna buy you a whole. I'm gonna buy you a whole roll of tickets. Best you get out of that tightwad Ferd is a soda and a movie. All right, it's
Oh God, I can't.
It's all out, Gus. Bring me a check, will you?
You said it. Joe?
All right, Joe, since you want to talk the subject, we'll talk about Ferd.
Swell.
He wants me to marry him.
Oh, and pausing really quickly, Eloy, thank you. I think it's Eloy. Thank you for your donation of $15. Ryan, when we are done with this, if you can please sing your lines to the tune of the song "Baby" by Justin, please, and continue puking. Oh my gosh.
Figured that from that dirty double crosser.
He's a double crosser.
He knows I've been going with you since we were kids. Sorry, Corey. That I've always been crazy about you. And while I was taking that rap in the reformatory,
You didn't take a.
And then also just FYI, thank you so much, Arsenal Roy 2K, for your donation of $10. When we're done with all of the throwing up Cucumber, you can have an accent of the Beatle of your choice.
Okay.
Okay.
They're all gonna sound the same, so I choose the Beatles.
And
Dara Beetle.
continue. Oh gosh.
I'll buy you a Joe. You got what you asked for.
What line are you guys on?
Right? So the cops had the goods on me. That gave Ferd
Bottom of page 28.
It gave them. It gave me right. So do you want to think?
And so, You decided to sneaky yell drip like my cousin is a better bet than me, huh?
I don't think Ferd is sneakier.
You don't? You don't, huh?
No. And you're a criminal.
It's nice of you to say that.
I'm not being nice. Let's say what I believe. If you make me sure you learn your lesson of you won't have to worry about me like or anyone. Anyone but you. I'm sweating, Joe. Only I got to be sure.
How do I make your shirt bloody?
Just show me that. And Dad, just show me that you and Dad. Just show me and Dad that you're standing. That's all.
Ain't I been showing you since came back, didn't I? Get a job right away.
Yes, but Joe, I don't see. I don't see how you can afford those 2 new suits and that overcoat that you're making.
I get it. Ferd can buy clothes or take you out, and it is okay, isn't it? He's never had trouble with the cops. But the minute I spend an extra, you and your old man figure I've glommed it somewhere.
Oh no.
Oh yes, your old man especially hates my insides. You don't. Don't want you to have anything to do with me.
If Dad hated you, he wouldn't stay in our rooming house.
He rents rooms and I pay for the one I rent. That's just business. And to ease your mind about the extra I spent, Lottie. I'm a lucky guy with dice and a good bull player. Are we out?
It's only page 2.
Oh my God.
You need to finish this page. I just had to take my headphones off a little bit because this is making me queasy.
Yeah, I love that Corey has resorted to just plugging her ears. And it's just...
And people in the chat have muted the stream.
My favorite is Sunset Soup says, my stomach is saying no, but my heart is saying yes.
They paid for this.
That's true.
Okay, so get through this page and then we can all breathe.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh my God.
Wait, where?
Oh, we had a sub too. Thanks.
Right, top of 31.
Oh yes,
Thank you for the sub.
All right.
Oh my God.
Here's your check, kids.
Oh, thanks, Gus. Up. Hey, so we can out of here. We're going to dance land, and we're what?
Joe?
I haven't got my wallet.
Have you lost your money?
I don't know. Maybe I left it home.
Okay. Well, Mom, Dad, he was looking in the room.
Well, if he, I'd have to go there for it. It's only a few blocks. You stay here, Lottie. Well, I go ONC.
What? you don't have to leave the lady here. You're an old customer. You can come and back and pay.
Thanks, Gus, but I can make better time alone. Hand me my overcoat, will ya? From that rack. It's the blue one there.
Sure. It's a fancy coat. Nice and bright. With red stripes. You've got class kid.
Yeah, but right now I've got no. I'll come back as soon as I can, Lottie.
I hope you find your money, Joe. Joe.
Yeah, I hope so too. And how?
You got one line of that in you, Corey?
Burp, because it's like, geez, Casey, it's nice of you and Ms. Williams to have Thanksgiving dinner here in the Blue Note with me.
I've never been so jealous of performers in my life.
I know.
Oh,
I know. I didn't get a single one.
And we're done with the oh my gosh.
No, I think that we still got 2 more pages.
No.
Yeah, that was just 1 page. You weren't paying attention.
No.
Yeah, you took your earphones off. You didn't know.
No. I turned it up all the way. Oh.
Rusty Tooth said, Upchunk, Spewcumber, Barfian, and then he didn't finish Jessica. But
Oh, I think he's suggesting that my name is also a pun for puke.
oh, okay.
That was vile.
That was so good.
Oh man,
Everybody's reactions were the
You're good at
best.
that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I've had lots of practice vomiting for real, just so that I can fake it.
Oh God.
Which is ironic. He doesn't have a gag reflex.
Yeah, it's true. It's all willpower.
It definitely did look like you were gagging on something.
Also practicing, but completely unrelated.
Got it. Got it.
So, where we are is
Top of 32.
we have Chunk as Chunk as Cookie Monster, Cucumber as a beetle, and Ryan singing lines to the tune of Baby.
Right.
Baby.
Baby.
Oh, baby.
You're nice people, Ethelbert.
Yep, the very best. True, warm-hearted, and generous to a fault. Pass the salt.
Also honest, kind, and steadfast. Here's the salt and the pepper.
Thank you. We're really understating our sterling qualities, Anne. We've risen to the heights of magnanimity. whatever that is, by chewing Thanksgiving turkey on this crummy joint we see every day, simply because our little pal here had to work and can only get away from his bartending long enough to grab a meal on the house. We hope you appreciate our sacrifice, Ethelbert.
Oh, I do.
Good. Pardon my reach for the Tabasco. To prove your gratitude, Ethelbert, you can pay for our dinners.
Yeah, well...
Tabasco, Annie?
Huh?
Thanks. You've made a splendid suggestion, Casey. Paying our bill will relieve Ethelbert of a small part of his obligation for our company.
Say, come to think of it, you two are working today yourselves. You didn't have time to get a full meal any further away from your office than this crummy joint.
Ethelbert, you impugn our motives. He destroys my faith in human nature, Casey.
Ah, yes. The spirit of the day is entirely lost upon this lug.
Casey, if you'd pay me what you already owe this crummy joint, I'd be only too happy to buy your dinner.
Ring, ring.
Get it, Walter?
This guy's too wise for us, Annie.
I'm afraid so, Casey.
Casey!
Yeah, Walter.
You're wanted on the bar phone, your city desk.
Oh, nuts. I'm only just finished my turkey.
Oh, this means no dessert, Casey.
I'll see what Burke wants.
We'll stall him off. Well, stall him off if you can.
No,
Really quickly, Dino, thank you, Eloy, for your donation of $10. Dino, can you do a Hugh Laurie accent?
Oh, God. I haven't heard Hugh Laurie talking forever.
Or if
very proper British.
They also
Yes.
said it just a
Proper
very
British.
proper British.
Yes, hello. Okay. I'll try my best. Hello, Grace. Hello, Casey speaking. Look,
I'm so sorry. Also, thank you so much, TKH328, for your donation of $20. You're all happy, everything great, like there's no... Oh, and then everyone just do it like you're super happy, honky-dory, there's nothing wrong in anything ever, and this is just all rainbows and sunshine.
and we got to sing, too.
Yep.
Oh.
And we'll sing. So we'll...
What do you want to do?
Let's...
Do you want to do the group stuff first?
Yeah, let's sing.
Sing?
Yep.
And then group
Sing,
accent?
And then happy, and then...
Sing, and then we're all happy as a kite, and then we're going back to our individual accents of... Which I don't think we've quite touched yet.
Happy as a kite. That's an idiom.
Happy
know,
as a kite.
It's
all you do's.
They're flying high. They got to be happy, right?
That's true.
Okay, so singing.
Yep.
Okay. Hello, Casey speaking. Oh, look, Burke, we haven't finished our dinner yet. Oh, all right. Wait till I get my pencil. Corner of Whitestone and Evans. Well, what happened there? What is that all? For a run-of-the-mill story like that, we've got to leave our dessert and... Well, okay, Burke. All right, good night. Why stick to this newspaper racket? I don't know of all the crazy.
What was it, Casey?
Look, we gotta get out to Whitestone and Evans, and some mug just held up a filling station there and got away with a couple of $100.
Oh.
Did I miss it? Sorry.
Nope. It's Corey.
Yeah, did he shoot anyone?
No, just one of those inside page fillers. Burke says news is light and we got to cover it.
All right, where is Whitestone and Evans?
Way uptown, not far from Petrarchy's Olympian restaurant. You know we've eaten there a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember. Any description of the hold-up guy?
Yeah, he wore a flashy blue overcoat with red stripes. See you later, pal.
So long, Ethelbert.
So long. Say, wait, who's gonna pay for this? But they're gone. Crummy joint.
Our story will continue in just a moment. In mansion, a cottage, in a city or town, Thanksgiving Day is a time for family reunions, feasting, and fun. But through all the gaiety, there runs a deep note. A deep note of real thanksgiving for blessings past and present. There's a tactic recognition that a better fed nation is a stronger, happier nation. And one of the ways in which the American way has made its great progress is in the production, the preparation, and the distribution of food. Now take the matter of delivering food alone. The great organizations who process and ship us our better foods know that flavor, purity, and freshness are best preserved by clean, sanitary glass. And that is why, as you look around the shelves of your food stores, you see that so many famous brands are brought to you in gleaming protective containers made of glass. Containers that preserve and safeguard flavor and taste while they permit you to see in advance exactly what you're buying. It's noteworthy that many of the leading brands of foods of all kinds come to you in Anchor glass containers sealed with tamper-proof Anchor caps. Products of Anchor Hawking. The most famous name in glass.
Here's what happened, Miss Williams. I'm working the station C. I'm here in the office when this hold-up guy opens the door and says, "Gimme your dough."
He had a gun, of course.
Oh, sure, he had a gun, but the time was about 7:15.
What did you notice about the guy aside from this flashy overcoat?
Well, he wore his hat pulled down over his eyes, and a handkerchief was tied around the lower part of his face. Also, he walked fast.
What did he do?
Well, he told me to get into the the restroom there, and to keep quiet. He locked the door on me, and I heard him open up the money drawer in here. And then I heard him leave the joint. I started pounding on the door. After a while, I managed to bust out. That was about 7:45. And then I phoned the cops.
You mind if I shoot a picture of that busted door, Sergeant?
Go ahead, Casey.
Thanks.
And we're done singing. Chunkus Cookie Monster, Cucumber is the Beatles, Ryan doing the Bieber, Dino doing the Hugh Laurie.
Oh, right.
Okay. You want a picture of me too, won't you, Miss Casey?
Huh? You? Oh, sure, yeah. The door and you. I'll shoot the door first.
Cucumber, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Eloy, for your donation of $20. A group Jar Jar Binks.
Great.
I don't think I got one either.
Oh, are we doing that now? Or are we going to wait till after that?
I would like to get through some of these individual accents,
Sure,
just
okay.
because I want to make sure we get them done, and then we'll do the group Jar Jar Binks.
Wonderful.
And the group happy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, group happy. Oh, we're doing that now or individuals?
Let's get through these individuals, just because I'd like to get the order they were taken. Thank you.
Great. Whose line is it?
Mine.
Anyway.
That's gonna give me an old lady a big kick to see me written up in the papers, eh?
Hey, was the puddle of grease in the front in front of the store, Jones, when the hold-up guy locked you in?
Oh yeah, I spilled it there. Earlier I hadn't had the time to clean it up.
Then the mug must have stepped in it, Casey. Along with the description of his flashy coat I've sent out, I included instructions to look for a guy with dirty grease stains on his shoes.
Well, the two things together ought to nail him, Sergeant.
Yeah, I told the Sarge here something. Else I ought to nail the guy.
Well, what's that?
Well, one of the bills he stole out of the money drawer. An old 20, a 20 that I torn in two and kind of stuck together with scotch tape. It took me just before the robbery, so I remember it.
Looks like you cops have plenty to work on, Sarge.
Yeah.
Good answer. We got all there is, Annie. I don't know where that was. I'm losing it really fast. Let's blow out of here and get back to the Blue Note and get some plum pudding and coffee.
Haha, come on.
Baby, 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 oh, aren't you gonna take a picture of me first?
Oh, yes.
I'll kind of stand here by the empty cashier drawer, huh? And I'll point my finger at it.
Yes, that'll be original. Do you have to sing while you do it? Stand and point, pal. Go ahead.
Great.
All set now, shoot.
And
Jesus.
good God. Thank you, Justin, for your donation of $31. Vomit accents for Dean O'Brien and Chung that y'all had dodged that bullet, but kablam! And the chat hates us again. And that $1 is for Diva to reread this in a vomit.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh god damn.
No way.
Thank you for your donation of 31 US dollars. Vomit accents for Brian and Chunk. The chat's moving too fast. That y'all had dodged a bullet, but kablam! In the chat hates us again.
Nice.
No. $1 is for Diva to reread this in a vomit accent.
Bravo!
Goddamn.
Wow,
Okay.
you were complaining about everybody else.
Wow, that's really good.
Okay. So
Worth it.
We'll tack that
vomiting
on.
after, yeah. Oh my. Keep going.
Okay.
Jess is making a face like she's immediately regretting being on tonight. But I gotta point out that it was her amazing performance as the vomiter that led to this point here, where they donated for more.
I'm acting that I care, you know?
Acting.
You're so good at it. I believed you for a second.
That's right. You have to just maintain a face and people don't know whether you're frozen or actually emoting.
Oh, I do that all the time.
So we are. Goodness, we
Station
the
door
station
opened.
door
Steps
opened.
Yes.
Okay. So we still have 2 pages of Bieber and Hugh Laurie and 3 pages of Beatles and Cookie Monster, and then we have Happy Jar Jar Binks and vomiting.
Singing.
And singing. Oh my god.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness.
no, we finished singing.
Yeah, we did.
We did finish.
Oh, we did do
singing.
the second one. You're right. We did. That
Yeah.
was my fault. Yes.
So
Yes.
am I done with singing as Bieber?
No.
No.
No, you have 2 more pages.
Okay.
This is page 2.
Okay, all set now. Shoot. Gus. Okay. Jones. Hey, Gus, I'm getting my picture took. Don't walk in front of the camera. Oh my god.
Yep. Back and forth. Have fun, bud.
No.
Who cast this? They're genius.
I have just hear what happened to you about that guy in the blue, that overcoat which hold you up. Well, tell me what you have about it later, Gus, as you get a picture took.
This song is worse than the vomiting to me, by the way.
It's true. No, I'll tell you about on these cops about it now.
You'll tell. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Gus Nicopolis. I'm a waiter in Petric Olympian, a restaurant 3 blocks from here. And I know who this kid who robbed my good friend Jones.
You know?
Yeah, I know. Soon as I am told the news about that fancy overcoat.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I tell you, cops are everything, and even where to find this kid. He tell me he's going with his girl in Diceland.
You got no right to pull me off that dance floor, copper.
Really quickly, Brian,
thank you.
you're gonna be singing to the tune of "Rock the Casbah."
Good thing I only know the chorus.
And so Ryan only knows baby, baby.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all I know. That's the only part of that song, actually.
So you're ahead of the curve.
Well, I mean, the chord, like literally, rock the Casbah, rock the cats. That's all I know.
Oh yeah.
Rock the Casbah.
Okay. All right. Continue.
Don't believe the waiter, Sergeant. Joe hasn't had anybody up.
We're gonna see about that. Close the door, will you, Casey?
Okay, Sarge.
And that's a wrap on you, Lori.
Now, this overcoat we got from the check room. It's yours, isn't it, Bowers?
Yeah, it's my coat.
What about it?
And you, Joe, say the guy who stuck you up wore a coat just like it.
It's the
The same coat, so not me, not me.
It's the same coat, Sergeant.
You're nuts. The store I bought this blanket at had a couple of dozens just like it.
Now, take it easy, kid. If your store is okay, we'll check on everyone who owns a coat like this. I'm gonna search you. While I'm at it, you can tell us what you did after leaving Petracchi's restaurant. After you couldn't find your wallet, I mean.
And that's a wrap on Beebs.
Thank God.
Oh, thank you.
I went straight to my rooming house to look for my dough. Finally, I found it in a dresser drawer. Then I came straight back to Petracchi's for Lottie. That's Miss Newcomb there.
Yeah?
The dough is in the wallet you just took out of my pocket. It's about $40 and it's mine. I didn't steal it.
Hey, it's that torn 20 in his wallet, Sergeant.
No, Jones.
Torn 20?
I guess he hasn't got a gun on him either, Sarge.
He's clean, Casey.
Yeah, so are his shoes. Grease would show up plain on those light sands.
Well, he may have changed shoes and hidden a few things.
Well, yeah. How far is your rooming house from that
Dino,
filling station?
you're now Optimus Prime. Thank you, Sharp.
Back again.
Almost made it. God damn.
You missed
Should I
it last week.
Are we tagging it on or do we do it now?
I want you to
start
do
now?
that now, and then once we wrap with the Beatles, we will jump into everyone being happy.
Okay.
Oh, and thank you, Savage Stalker, for your donation of $9. It's singing time. Oh my!
God damn it!
Just as a heads up.
Yes.
I'm counting pages and trying to make sure we we have a lot of stuff. We need to get a lot of accents. We have a $15 donation.
Oh my God.
Eloy again. Nor Bieber, Ryan. You thought it would be this. Oh, I think you need to do more Bieber.
More Bieber.
Yeah, more Bieber, Ryan.
Bieber.
More Bieber, Ryan.
Oh God.
More Bieber. So, oh boy.
The illusion. The illusion.
What if you shorten it instead of the 3 pages? If it's 2?
Because they're donating.
Okay. Oh God.
3. So let's keep going.
No.
What we're gonna do is if you have an accent, do that. If you do not, we're going to be. Oh my God! There's so much.
I think we can get through. If we. We need to get through all of them.
We need to get through 2, 3, 4, 5 individual accents, 3 group accents, and a group song.
Okay. Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot.
Should we do also 2 pages of each of the group stuff?
What was that?
What if we did 2 pages of the group stuff?
I'm just questioning, just because the chat's donating specifically to prepare 3 pages. So let's continue with these group accents, and then once Cucumber is done, you only have 2 more pages of the Beatles. Then I will examine where we keep going. Let's have some fun.
Important question.
Yes.
Should we do the vomit stuff first because that was donated before Optimus Prime, or because it's technically not a group accent?
Oh, I thought the vomit was a group.
That was 3 individuals.
That's 3 individuals.
And that was I gotta.
That was from Justin. Thank you.
Justin, that was for Chunk.
Me
and
Chunk, Brian, Dino.
Yeah, the ones that didn't have to do the accent. Yeah.
Captain Nora Stone says, "Welcome to Danny's DM world, Diva."
Yeah, that checks out. Although I imagine we make it way more harrowing for you.
First.
Yeah.
And then I'll be Optimus.
Yeah. Okay.
And then whenever we do group accents, I'll keep track of like how many pages I'm doing. Whenever you want to do like the group stuff, let us know.
Okay. I should have it. All right, let's go.
Ready? Okay.
No, don't ruin it. This is weird. Where'd it go?
That's kind of tantalizing.
Just ahead.
Just ahead on the left.
What are you wearing?
A lamppost.
It could be anything. It's a green screen. You can wear anything.
We're so on track, you guys. We're doing great.
Okay. Joe, you went straight to the rooming house looking for your dough. On the top of page 39.
Top? We went backwards?
Oh, well then wherever you are.
The rooming house.
So I said, well, he may have changed shoes and hidden a few things.
Then bottom-lish of 39.
Bottomlish.
Oh, it's 2 blocks away, down Evans Street. My father runs it.
How long did Joe leave you in Petrakis while he was finding his money?
Well, I didn't time it.
It wasn't more than 15 minutes, maybe half an hour. So what?
So you had plenty of time to stick up Jones and go to your room before you came back to Petrakis.
All right, if that's the way you dope it, Copper, search my room.
I'm gonna do that little thing, young fella. All of you, let's go.
Lottie, why do you have to come to my... why have you and Joe come home with all these people and these policemen?
Everything's all right, Dad. They made a mistake about Joe, but it's going to be all right.
A mistake about Joe?
A big mistake, Mr. Newcomb.
I don't understand.
I'm Sergeant Healy, 5th Detective District. There was a stick-up a few blocks from here tonight, and Joe Bowers here is under suspicion.
A stick-up, Joe? Did they have cookies?
He didn't do it, Dad. I know he didn't.
You were with them, Lottie? You must know.
Your daughter wasn't with him for a long half hour, Mr. Newcomb. I haven't taken time to get a search warrant, so I'd like your permission to go over Joe's room.
Give him the go-ahead I have. You'll find nothing to tie me up with any heist job.
All right with you, sir?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thanks. Take me to your room, Bowers.
Come on.
Everybody else, stay here with this uniformed officer.
Mr. Williams, Sorry. I'd like to go.
One.
I'd like to go with Joe and Sarge. Excuse me, Sarge.
Okay, Casey.
Thanks, Sergeant.
My room's on the next floor. It's right up those stairs.
Lead the way, kid, and don't try anything.
Why should I try anything? All you've got on me is that stick-up guy wore an overcoat like mine, and that's all you're gonna get. There's the door to my room, copper. Open it. Make yourself at home.
Give me your key.
The door isn't locked. I never bother. I'll turn on the lights. Now do your stuff.
And that's a wrap on Beatles.
Nothing.
I liked it.
Thanks,
though.
Ringo.
It was cute. It was cute.
Do you want to
Let's see. I'm not quite sure who is playing who. Ryan, when are you next on?
Well, I still have Justin Bieber stuff.
Yeah, you have 3 Biebers.
But I'm not even. I don't know. I don't have a page for a while.
Same.
Same.
Okay, then. Sure. Let's just knock out a couple groups. So we're happy for 3 pages, as happy as can be. Yep.
I will.
You won't find anything locked up here because I've got nothing worth stealing and nothing to hide. Now, if you are going to work on my cousin's room across the hall, you need a fistful of keys. He's one of those careful, secretive guys, you know?
You got a cousin living across the hall?
His name's Ferdinand, and he's a crumb.
I take it you don't like him.
I like him about as much as he likes me, maybe more, because he's been making a play for my girl. He isn't getting anywhere. How you doing, Copper? You see anything of the dough I'm supposed to have stolen, or the gat you think I used in the stick-up?
Not yet, kid.
And you won't. I'm 100% in the clear.
Oh, yeah? How did this get under your carpet?
What?
Casey!
A torn $20 bill!
Stuck together with scotch tape.
I never saw that bill before.
And I think Jones will identify it as the one taken from his cash drawer.
Wait a minute. There's more dough under this rug. Sarge, a couple of $100 at least.
I spotted it, Casey.
I don't know how it got there. I didn't pull that stick up.
Cut the comedy, Joe. This money nails you.
This is a frame-up, I tell you. A frame-up.
Where'd you hide your gun?
I never had a gun. I swear it.
Don't clean, kid. Where's the gun?
Wait a minute. Will you give me a break? Let me think a minute. Yeah. There's this just one mug who'd pull a thing like this. And if you're right, guys, he won't let him get away with it. Question Ferd, Sergeant. Question my cousin Ferd. His room's right across the hall.
Might be a good idea, Sergeant.
Okay, let's go over.
Oh, there's the room.
Yes?
Hey, I'd like to talk to you a minute. This is the police.
Just a second. I was just starting to get ready for bed.
I'm Detective Sergeant Healy, young man. This is Miss Williams and Mr. Casey.
How are you?
Hello there.
What do you want?
Let me close this door. Your cousin Joe here has made some accusations against you that it's my duty to investigate.
Oh, he has he?
You own an overcoat like Joe's here, blue with red stripes.
An overcoat like that?
Have you ever worn one?
I wouldn't wear a zoot blanket like that if you paid me.
And we're all going into Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, God.
Who's a soul?
Yes, I say.
Mine's if I look around your room?
Liza!
Bird!
saw someone wearing an overcoat like Joe's held up the Misa Whitestone filling station tonight, and
What? You said no about this coat of food. I think you got to unlock it just like at the QT. I think you slipped my wallet out of my pocket just before I left with Lottie tonight. So I'd have to leave her and look for it. You was watching the restaurant when I left it? You went to that filling station?
Oh, you're crazy, Sergeant. You can't believe that.
Maybe Misa don't, but Misa don't want to search. I want to search your room.
Oh, wait a minute.
Huh?
Have you got a search warrant?
No, sir.
Then you sir, get out of here, sir.
See?
I know my rights, sir. Unlike a certain relative of mine, I got a cleaner record.
Who are you, sir, calling a lousy rat?
You, Joe.
Why, knock your teeth out.
It's both of you. So you don't want Misa to search your room, huh, young fella?
You heard of me before, Sergeant.
Hiya, pal. Wait a minute. You've taken the wrong attitude. If you've got nothing to hide, this isn't the way to show it.
You've got a good reason for saying you can't search her, and I'm gonna prove it.
Keep it out of my jaws, Chloe.
Look at me, sir, if you can, sir.
I'll make sure you suck.
Hold it, Danny.
Let me go. Misa, let me go.
Come out of there, Joe. I'll get the warrants and...
You're need a warrant, Sarge. Look there.
I think that's a wrap on Jar Jar.
That might be one more page.
One more page of Jar Jar.
What?
In the back of his closet, covered with the other clothes.
Oh, an overcoat like yours.
Just like a Minsa.
And in his pocket, there's a gun.
I never saw that coat before. I never saw that gun.
Somebody did. Come on, I'm taking yours both to the headquarters.
Misa don't know how that overcoat got in my closet, Sergeant. I swear, sir, I never saw that gun before, sir.
You've been saying, Third. Both of you, get into this car.
You sir did this to me, Joe.
Sure, I also got a wire to your frame up, you louse, so I threw it right back at you.
We'll continue our conversation at the station house.
Of course. You only hold me long enough to get me some testimony. I'll be back home in an hour or so.
And that's a wrap on Jar Jar. To remind everyone where we are. We have Chunk, 2 pages of Cookie Monster. Ryan, 3 pages of Singing Like Bieber. Dino, you're puking for 2 more pages, and then Optimus Prime for 3. Brian, you are rocking the Casbah for 3 pages, and then puking for 3 pages. Chunk, after you are Cucumber, or after you are Cookie Monster, then you are puking.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also have the group sing, right, Diva?
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a group song.
Yep, that's a group song.
The leader of the pack.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
For wormhole.
Do we want to knock the song out real quick then? And then continue with the individual accents?
It's all gravy to me.
Yeah, I like gravy.
Yeah.
All right. Start singing, you hooligans.
Yes, ma'am.
Bing bong.
Cat is upset.
You and Miss Williams tagging along after us, Casey.
No, Sarge. I may give you a buzz later, though.
We still have our Thanksgiving dinner to finish.
Say, why don't you two get jobs that won't make you work on holidays?
Why don't you?
You mean like Captain Logan?
I've been thinking about it for the last 25 years. Good night.
Night, Sergeant Healy.
So long.
Come on, let's get in our car, Casey, and get our stuff to the paper. And
I'm going back to the ruined house, Annie.
why?
Are you convinced that Cousin Ferd framed cousin Joe.
Well, his attempt to prevent a search of his room didn't look very good.
Annie, I'm just thinking.
Well, Joe found that overcoat with what might be called surprising ease.
Just heads up, Cucumber. Yusa, get more Jar Jar.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Look who donated it, too.
That's what you get for being so
That was.
What? What's happening? What'd I do?
No wonder why you was looking down so long for so long.
I was busy.
But he said, Chunk says you look so good, sir.
Yeah, huh?
So, yeah. I was very impressed. I want to hear more.
Thank you.
Also, the chat would like to see the cat.
So much.
Just they demand cat tax.
I know. She's running all over the place right now.
That's okay. That's okay.
I saw it earlier. It worked.
Yeah.
It looked like a cat.
It looked like
a cat.
It looked like a cat.
Had a tail, some ears.
More singing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. We
thank you, Eloy, for your donation of $20. For Gordon Ramsay.
As a group?
For everyone, as a group, for Gordon Ramsay. He says 2 pages is fine since there's so much going on, but let's just keep with what we're doing with the singing. I will monitor everything and have fun.
Anything, just in case we do run out of content, anything that is tonight, we will begin next week with.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Does everybody have cats? What's happening? Is it the same cat just going from window to window?
Yeah. It's just the same cat traveling across Zoom space.
Yes.
Cats are interdimensional beings. It's known.
It is known.
Oh, little gravy baby. Hi.
Okay, sing.
What line are we at right now? I'm sorry.
We're at top of 49.
So happy.
Oh my God.
Okay, what is Kitty's name? I need to know.
Is Blue.
Blue.
And
Yes.
My channel has emotes for him, and he's probably 25 pounds.
Oh,
Nice.
big.
He's so big. He's so big.
Oh my gosh.
I could ride him like a horse. I said I could ride him like a horse, respectfully. What did you say?
Put him away wet.
Top of 49, 2 more pages of singing.
But it's hard to believe that Joe would invite his own arrest in order to frame his cousin. Why one little slip?
The framer, whoever he is, did make a slip, and he is planted in the anticipate a grease puddle, and he had to get rid of a pair of shoes that I almost did Giants in the Sky for a second. That may walk back and kick him.
Well, none of these shoes in Joe's room or in Fert's had any grease stains on them.
No, Sergeant Healy hasn't forgotten those missing shoes, and he'll be back pretty soon to really look for him. Well, I'm gonna start looking right now. I'll ring Newcomb's bell here. Bing, bong, ding, ding.
Sometimes I wish your snooping instincts were more restrained, Casey. I'd like a cup of coffee now and plum.
Hi, Mr. Newcomb.
I lost my place. I don't know what page we're on.
Bottom of 49.
Oh, I was way off.
I think it's actually bottom of 49.
Yeah.
Oh, I scrolled just a little bit too much.
Of course, but I thought.
Nah, you say Mr. Casey. You're up 2 lines, my friend.
Me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Casey.
There
Yes.
you go.
May we come in?
But of course, but I thought.
We didn't go with Sergeant Healy and the prisoners. I wanted to ask, how's your daughter now? She wasn't taking this thing very well when we left.
Oh, she feels terrible about it. Miss Williams, perhaps a woman can talk to her better than I can. Will you try to convince her that everything will come out all right?
I'll gladly try, Mr. Newcomb.
She is in a private room.
Yeah, go on in and talk to her alone, Annie. I'll stay here.
All right.
It breaks my heart to see my little girl cry, my girl cry. Mr. Casey, she's all I have. She blames herself for what has happened. It isn't her fault that two young fools became so infatuated with her. I knew they hated each other, but I never anticipated anything like this.
No, guess not.
Of course you had for some reason for coming back here, Mr. Casey.
Yes, I came back to ask your permission.
Yes?
I want permission to ask a few personal questions between ourselves and off the record.
Very well.
You haven't wanted Joe for a son-in-law, have you?
In my place, would you? The boy has served a reformatory sentence that, according to my observation, has failed to steady him or improve his sense of value.
Ferd has been Joe's opposite, I imagine.
He always seemed so.
Lottie strikes me as a pretty sensible girl, Mr. Newcomb. Unless one of those fellows confesses he framed the other, or it can be definitely proven she'll doubt both of them too much to marry either one of them.
Yes, I think that's so.
And as there'll be no confession or definite proof, things should work out exactly as you planned.
As I planned?
You're the guy behind this double frame-up.
Mr. Casey!
You didn't think I'd be back, did you? You shouldn't have changed back into those comfortable old shoes after Sergeant Healy left here. You did a lousy job of cleaning off that grease.
Oh, but...
You held up that filling station and framed both the boys to keep your daughter from marrying either one of them.
I was very foolish, wasn't I?
Yes, I think so. Shall I call Sergeant Healy?
All right. You can call Sergeant Healy, Mr. Casey. I'm ready to confess.
And that's a wrap on the group song. Let's do our individual accents. Does everyone know what they need to do?
Still vomiting, I think.
Yep, so we have quick refresher. Chunk is nodding his head, so Cookie Monster 2 pages, and then Cucumber just doesn't want to do it. Okay, that's fine.
No, right, never mind, I remember.
So for the chat, just and as a refresher for everyone, Chunk, you're Cookie Monster for 2 more pages, and then you are vomiting. Cucumber, you are going to be Jar Jar for 3 pages. Ryan, you are singing Bieber for 3 pages. Dino, you are vomiting for 2 pages, and then you are Optimus for 3 pages. Brian, you are rocking the Casbah for 3 pages, and then you are vomiting.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh, God, it's happening again.
Oh, wait. let me take a closer look at those shoes.
What?
The pool of grease in the filling station you heard us talk about wasn't deep enough to. Oh gosh.
Oh my God! Vomit faster.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. I can't.
Louder.
I can't. Wasn't deep enough to reach far above the soles of his shoes. Hey, you grease those shoes yourself? Oh, you spread it on so thick it covers the toes and heels.
Oh,
I did not spread on it.
Pal, you're a beautiful liar. Sorry, and I'm a beautiful. You grease those shoes and put them on, knowing the cops come back. I'm sorry, and spot them. You were willing to take the. Oh, that was weird. The rap because your kid is in love with one of those punks.
No, you can't prove that. Nobody can. And when I confess, that's all that's needed. Why am I singing?
No.
You're Cookie Monster.
You answer.
C is for cookie. Enough for me.
You forget the police lab will compare the grease on these shoes with the filling station grease. Oh, why is it spicy? And it won't be the same. And then Sergeant Healy will go right back to work on Joe and Ferd.
The police laboratory can tell?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Mr. Newcomb. But it couldn't. I swallowed too much. Don't you think your confession would be much harder for your daughter to take on the loss of a little rat she thinks she cares for?
But I could not bear to see her cry anymore. All I could think of was what I tried. You see, I know the guilty boy, Mr. Casey, and she loved Joe ever since they were children.
You know Joe?
I found his grease-stained shoes hidden in the cellar tonight. His taste of shoes is like a taste in overcoats, so I could make no mistake.
Oh, I saw one more page, right? Yeah. Well, let's get him and take him to the cops. Later, Mr. Newcomb, your daughter's she's gonna realize that lowdown she'll get on Joe tonight is a cause for real Thanksgiving.
Curtain. And we'll join the crowd at the Blue Note in just a moment.
This is Harry Marble to remind you how important the new Anchor Glass one-way no deposit bottle is to your enjoyment of ale and beer. It's a custom-made container made just for you. No one has used it before and no one will ever use it again. When you're through with it, you dispose of it as you would any other food container. There's no deposit, no fuss or bother. And the new Anchor Glass one-way bottle assures you of sparkling ale and beer without cloudiness and no foreign flavor or aroma. Beer that's truly brewery bright. Most of the brewers of New England and those who ship ale and beer into New England have adopted this bottle for your protection and added convenience. For the Anchor Glass one-way bottle not only costs the brewer less than any other type of single-trip container, but it also gives you much more for your money. So here's a good rule. When buying ale and beer, always demand a glass bottle. And for extra convenience, demand your favorite brand in the new Anchor Glass one-way no deposit bottle, a product of Anchor hawking the most famous name in glass.
So the shoes fit Joe and he had to wear them, huh, Casey?
It pinched so tight he cracked wide open, Ethelbert. He admitted planting a duplicate of his coat in Fred's closet. Everything.
If his scheme had worked, Lottie would never have spoke to Fred again, and she'd have married Joe.
You know you're not Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Oh, yay.
I think it's Anne's line, right?
No.
Top of 54.
No, sorry. I didn't highlight it. Well, that was Joe's idea, Ethelbert, but it worked out in reverse. Lottie sank into Ferd's manly arms, and when she heard the lowdown, and she seemed very comfortable.
Gee, what some guys will do for love. As my sister Edna says, quote, if love didn't make the world go round, there wouldn't be so much dizziness, unquote.
Or so much niceness.
Yes, a grand guy. I'm losing it now. Wow.
No, that's good.
Autobots. A grand guy. Lottie's old man. Hey, Sam. What's the matter with us? We got plum pudding and coffee still coming to us. How about it, Ethelbert?
Yeah, it's about time.
Well, what's so funny?
There isn't any more.
The crime photographer starring Stats Cotsworth as Casey AC is brought you to each Thursday by Anchor Hocking Glass Corporation, the makers of the Fire King Oven Glass. Anchor glass containers, anchor caps and closures, all products of Anchor Hocking, the most famous name in glass. The crime photographer is directed by the Johnny Deets. The original music is by Archie Belair, and the program features Miss Jan Miner as Anne and John Gibson as Ethelbert. Herman Chitzen is the Blue Note pianist.
Abruptly out.
If civilization is to survive, we must reaffirm our religious faith. It's up to each of us. Do your part by supporting and attending your church or synagogue.
Weird.
So weird.
Exactly, apparently.
And this is Tony Marvin saying good night for the Anchor Hocking Glass Corporation of Lancaster, Ohio, with the offices in principal cities of the United States and Canada. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Oh boy. Hello, Frosty. That was Rock the Casbah.
Oh my
Answer your
god, I was
question.
confused.
Yeah.
I thought that was him like doing singing for. I forgot.
He was literally only doing that one line from the chorus. That was it.
Because that's really because the rest of it doesn't sound like much. I was listening to it earlier.
I love this.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was awesome. So we're gonna call it a night there.
Huh.
Yeah, I got through most of it.
Yep. Be assured, I will. I have. We will do the things that you tipped us to do.
Yeah, we're gonna get track of those. And we're gonna start those. We're gonna.
Yeah, words.
Yeah,
We'll do all the stuff next week.
Holy
Thank you.
shit. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Your donations will not go to waste. We
No.
will start off next week's with all of those items that you tipped for. So thank you.
Yeah, because I tipped for something that didn't happen, so I wanted to
Sure
happen
did.
too.
Indian Tech Support says, I'm new here and I'm really confused. This is Trashterpiece Theater, so we read a lot of like old public domain and radio plays, stuff like that. And you all tip for all the like the dumb accents and songs and vomiting tonight or whatever. And we roll with it. And it's a good time.
Yeah, attempted vomiting wore everyone out.
It really was exhausting and energy consuming.
It is.
Yeah. Wormhole Extreme, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
Oh, and
45 minutes.
Wormhole's new, so we should play the reel.
Okay.
Yeah. We should play the reel because there's some new friends in the chat. I'm seeing.
Sure. So we'll sign off, and as the video kind of ends, we'll start our raid, and we'll see you guys next time on Sunday.
Thank you so much, you guys.
And thanks Corey and Jessica for coming and being
thanks for
part
playing.
of the
Really quickly, yes, Perception Check does have a new podcast that just came out.
Oh yeah.
If you would like to, do you want to take it away, Chunk?
Yeah, Emma started a podcast called I'm Obsessed, where she's going to cover things that she's obsessed with. This first episode is
sharks.
No, she said it. Hold on. Oh,
Harry Potter
videos and bad movies. And she's got a few friends like Kenzie is going to be on it, and Maddie's going to be on it. Eventually, probably, yes. So you guys can look right on.
Jesus Christ, Brian.
Just let's go.
And also for our guests, because I keep forgetting to do this, where can people
Should I finish?
talk? Can you?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you guys can look for it on Google Podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. I'm
Nice.
obsessed with an exclamation point.
All right, and for our guests, for everybody who's playing here with us tonight, where can people find you if you're doing stuff?
Jesus Christ. Well, Nightbot didn't want me to post my link for my Twitch in chat. So
whoops. Can we shout her out, please?
No, it's okay. It's great. So
Mods?
if you see Jessica Nerdy in the chat, that's me. You can follow me. And I do weird things on the internet. Like
Okay.
Kind of weird things.
It varies.
It's just Jessica Nerdy, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Got
you.
it.
And then I'm Corey Ember. So I was doing things. You can find me on like Facebook. I also have a Twitch, but I haven't like done anything on my Twitch. But yeah, Corey Ember on all the social medias.
Yeah, I'm funny. I'm Jessica Verdi on Twitter. I'm really funny there and really activized.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, I'm one of those leftist snowflake bitches. So.
Me too.
Yeah, I know.
All right, y'all. Thank you all so very, very much. Love you. Stay safe.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night.
And we'll be showing our reel, so see you guys next time.
I'm Jessica. I'm Jessica.